All right, part 2 of 11.4. In the first video, we talked about classifying or naming an angle based on their angle measures. So we learned that you can have an acute triangle if all three angles are acute. You can have a right triangle if one angle is right, and you can have an obtuse triangle if one angle is obtuse. All right, so make sure you've already watched that video before you come onto this one. So now we're thinking about something that's kind of new. We're naming triangles based on their side lengths. So if we look at this first one here, this first one has three sides that are all the same lengths. So an equilateral triangle is when all three sides of a triangle are the same exact length. See that? They're all the same. We can measure to be sure, but we can also just, we can eyeball it there. Isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle is when two sides are the same length. So this side and this side look to be the same length, whereas this side looks to be a little bit different. And the way I remember this word is, hold on, let me switch over. Sorry. The way I remember this word is by thinking about this. I have a really hard time drawing on Clicky. Oh my goodness. Can you tell what that is? That's an I. And in the word isosceles, it starts with I. Of course, it's not spelled like the I we know, like this. But anyway, isosceles. How many eyes do we typically have? We have two eyes. So isosceles triangles are triangles that have two side lengths that are the same. All right, isosceles. All right, and then the last type of triangle that we can triangle name where we classify by side length is called scalene. This one's a little harder because there's really no way to remember that word besides just remembering it. But a scalene triangle is when no sides are the same length. So all three are different lengths. So we've got equilateral, equal. You can hear that in the first part. Isosceles, two eyes, two sides the same. And then scalene, no sides are the same length. All three are different. I think that naming by sides can be a little bit trickier than naming by angles, but let's give it a go. All right, so the example on this page, the first is scalene. If you really think that a triangle is scalene, it probably is. So number 2 here. Do we think that they're all the same length? Do we think that it's got two sides that are the same length? Or do we think that all three are different? Yeah, this looks like an isosceles. See? This line and this line, both these two sides look to be the same. This one's different. So this one would be isosceles. How about number 3? Yes, if you said equilateral, you are correct. All three of these side lengths are the same. How about this one? That's another isosceles where this length, or this side rather, and this side are the same, and this one differs. What does number 2 and number 4, what do they have in common? Did you notice that they both have a right angle? Seeing a pattern there. All right, how about number 5? Equilateral, isosceles, or scalene? Looks like equilateral, right? This one looks very similar to number 3. All three sides are the same length. Number 6? So number 6 almost looks like it could be isosceles, but it's definitely scalene. All three of these are different. All right, how about number 7? Number 7 looks to be equilateral for sure, right? It's just flipped a different way. All right, I think we'll stop there. But basically, when you work on your math workbook page, you're going to be classifying either by side or by angle. So please just pay attention to the directions closely and do your best.